Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the findings I've made from the two available videos from the Air India Boeing 787 crash. Let's take a look. Okay, this is the available video from the airport camera. I initially thought that there was a possibility that the Boeing 787 from Air India took off from the middle of the runway. Now that I analyze this video a little bit more, I can tell that that's not the case. Let me show you. Okay, if you see on this video where the Air India Boeing 787 that crashed is going down the runway, you can see another aircraft here waiting on the side of the runway. Let me show you on Google Earth. This is the Ahmedabad airport. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but this is the airport. And let me show you from this airport. I'm going to show you the point of the camera. Okay, this is where I estimate the camera is pointing to, according to the video. So if we can go back to this view, the aircraft that is waiting to take off, I estimate is here. Okay? I estimate is here waiting for the Boeing 787 from Air India to take off. Now, if we go back to the video, as you can see, the aircraft already has speed from there. So that's why I think that this aircraft either took off from here, it turned around from there, or it took off from the beginning of the runway. One of these 2 points. It's very hard to tell which point, but definitely from one of those 2 points. Now going back to the video, if we continue, I'm gonna stop the video and zoom on this spot here because I want you to see something. Okay, on this spot, you're gonna see the dust or smoke from the aircraft. Let's continue. Aircraft is taking off and you see the smoke or the dust. But if we play just a little more, now right there is more visible. You can see the dust here and you can see a street over here. Let me play a little more. And lower it a little bit. Make it to the right. See, you can see the dust here and the street over there. It's more clear now. This is the dust and the street is over there. If we go back. You see? You can see the street over here. Dust here, street over there. So, if we go back to Google Earth, I think that that point is possibly somewhere around here, right here, where I put lift off. This is where I think the aircraft probably took off from. So what is that? Is that smoke or dust? I don't know. So also, if we go back to the airport camera, the position of the airport camera, I'm gonna turn on the two lines. This blue line, I think that's where the aircraft started rotating. He started the takeoff roll right here. Because if we go back to the camera, I'm sorry, moving this, is before the shed or the antenna. We'll go back to the, I'm so sorry for moving this so slow. I'm learning how to do this. If we go back to the beginning of the video, this is what we're looking at here, where it says antenna. Is this thing right here. I don't know if I'm pointing with the mouse, but it's red and white. It looks like a shed or HUD and an antenna. So if we continue the takeoff roll, you're going to see that the aircraft is going to start the rotation right there. Is picking up. It's at the beginning of the shed. We go back here. You can see it there at the beginning. So this is where I trace the line. And here, flight 2, starter rotation right there. And if we go back to the video here, we can see that past that shed, the aircraft is already flying. Right there, it's already flying. So it's not even at the end of the roof of the shed, and it's already flying. So calculating here, from the camera point, we trace that line on top of the shed right there. We can estimate more or less that the aircraft run was here. And that agrees with the dust or smoke that we see when the aircraft takes off. Very interesting. I thought it's a possibility still that the aircraft took off at the end of the runway, but it seems from this analysis that no, it took off before. Now, looking at the flight radar 24 data, which I don't know if it's correct or not, here at the end, I cannot see my mouse, but on the lower left of the image, you see where the point says 184 knots, 575 feet STD, and 21 feet AGL above ground level. That's where the aircraft started to rotate. So it agrees with where we trace the line on Google Earth. Another thing that I would like to point out on this video that I initially didn't see was this. Let me show you. For this, I'm gonna have to go back to a video that I tried to stabilize. I am not very good at this. I tried to stabilize this video. It's a very, very bad quality video, but I tried to stabilize it. Now, stopping it right there, that smoke, I don't know, it looks kind of grayish. It doesn't look too brown like dirt. It looks grayish, gray. Probably from the engine. Probably. This aircraft probably had a flame out or a problem in one of the engines, probably. Now let's continue. This is a stabilized version. Now, if you notice right there, take a look at the wing here. You're gonna see some waves moving out. Let me go back a little bit. You don't see them at the beginning. You see them right there. While the aircraft is taking off, you don't see that. Right there, you start seeing like blurriness. I tried to put together the two videos. I'm gonna lower the volume on this one. Now, look at this right there. Pay attention to here, this area right here. I'm gonna go slow. If you take a look right here, you don't see anything moving. But once the aircraft passes that part right there, that's actually, you can see it from before. You can see the engine heat. You can see heat coming from the engine. That's engine exhaust. Let me make sure this is muted. Okay. Right there, you can see, right there, there's the heat. I can see heat or engine exhaust from the right engine. I cannot see the same one from the left engine. Now, let's slow down this video. Let's slow it down to 50%. See if this works. Okay, that's maybe a little bit too slow, but right there, maybe that's too slow. Let's go back here and let's make it 75. Not too slow. You can see from there, you can see the heat, engine exhaust, and right there is very visible. If I look at the left engine, I don't see the same thing. Right there you can see. Now this can be confused with the wing vortices. Let me show you a video for comparison. Now, on this video, take a look at the engine's exhaust. Okay, I don't know why this is glitching. Okay, right there. Look at the engine exhaust. Right there, you can see the engine exhaust on both engines. You can see it right there. Right there. You see? This part right here. this, right there, this. You see? Right there. We can see the engine exhaust. This is what I'm looking at when I look at this video. I can see engine exhaust from the right engine only, right there. I cannot see it on the left. That doesn't mean that the left doesn't have engine exhaust coming out of it. It's just I cannot see it. Right there is very visible. Let me go back and forth. Yeah, there. It seems to me from this video that probably the right engine was working. Let me go one more time. From here at this moment, I can see that engine exhaust. Maybe on this video it's very hard for you to see it because of the conversion from YouTube. Probably if you grab one of those videos that you have available on YouTube, you can try to zoom it in and you're gonna see engine exhaust from the right engine. I cannot see it from the left one. Again, that doesn't mean that the left engine is not working. You know, another thing that I saw, let's see it on this, is the smoke or dust. We don't know what that is. So I was trying to find a video where I could see probably another aircraft with the same dust or smoke coming out, and this is the closest thing I could find. So you see the dust. I'm pretty sure this aircraft is not taking off at the end of the runway. It's just picking up dust. Maybe because it's windy. Yeah, but it looks a lot. It looks a lot like this Boeing 787 while it was taking off. From the video, it looks more gray than brown. So, man, could that be a flame out of the left engine? It's a possibility. Now, one more thing that I found interesting mainly from this video, from the video of the aircraft that the kid took from the roof of the building where the aircraft was passing by. Let's hear the sound. I hear that sound, and it seems to me that I could hear an engine running. If you listen very carefully. Yes, you can hear the rat working, but I could swear that I can hear an engine running. I know that the engines from the Boeing 787 are very quiet. And this aircraft is not passing over the kid's head when he took this video. It was passing to the side. So it was close, but it was not that close. So I tried to compare that sound with other aircraft coming to land with the rat deploy just to compare the audio from the engines. So let me do this. And first, let's hear the audio from the original video. This is the original audio from this aircraft. Okay, now let's compare that with the Air India airplane passing. Well, let me fix this a little bit so I can work better. Okay, that's better. So this is how the Air India's aircraft sound in comparison to this aircraft that is coming to land. So what I did right there was try to blend the sound from the Air India Boeing 787 with this 787. So what you're listening halfway, you can see it here, is the Air India. Right there. For me, listening in my headphones, it sounds very familiar, very similar. Now let's listen to a second aircraft, second Boeing 787 coming to land with the RAT deploy. One more time. This is the original. Now let's hear it with the sound from the Air India aircraft. One more time. The Jet Start Boeing 787 is way closer than the Air India aircraft, and you can still hear the Air India engine, seems to me, engine sound. Let's hear a third one, 3 or 4. Okay. There you go. This is the original audio. Wow, very similar. Now let's hear it in comparison with the Air India Boeing 787. Every time I hear this on my headphones, it sounds very similar, extremely similar. And again, I think this ANA aircraft is way closer. Now, let's try one more example. Original sound. Unfortunately, that one is mixed with another background noise, but I think this camera is also way closer than the Air India aircraft. Now let's hear it with the Air India Boeing 787 sound. you know, it seems to me that at least one of the engines on the Air India Boeing 787 was working. At least I could swear I could hear an engine when the aircraft is passing by, and also from the from the engine exhaust from the right engine, I could see it on the video. Maybe I'm mistaken, maybe not. But I just wanted to share that with you. See you in the next video.